Welcome to Provo, Utah, Lavelle Edwards Stadium, home to the 1984 national champion BYU Cougars, and this, one of the more intimidating venues in all of college football. What an exciting matchup we have in store for you this afternoon, built around the pageantry, tradition, and everything that makes college football great. As we'll see a squad from the Pac-12, the Colorado State Rams, taking on a team from the Big 12, the BYU Cougars. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Kick it away to start. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Cougars offense will get the football first. And, David, their quarterback hasn't always blown you away statistically, but he is a guy that the coaches trust.
Yeah, and he'll show you some flashes of why you should trust him, Reese. But here's the thing. This is not a guy that we're saying, go win me the football game. That's not where he's at right now in his career. Jesse, he's a guy that needs the others. They got to help him out. They got to play on schedule, not make those mistakes, and guys really play well around him.
Yeah, David, the one thing quarterbacks don't want to be referred to as is a game manager, but that's really more what this guy is. You're right. They have to be able to run the football. They can't turn it over. They got to play great defense. If they do that in this game, he's good enough to get this win.
Didn't take long to need a clutch play on the opening drive. It's 3rd and 7. Looking downfield, it's Hillstead. Quickly complete. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing. The Cougars come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Wants to throw on 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's Hagan. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Looking to fire. Oh, they're after him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Oh, he dropped it, and what a missed opportunity early in this football game. BYU will bring the punt team on the field. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. So Colorado State's offense taking the field for a chance. We have to see them today. And this running game, Jesse, which has been suspect, is going to run into a stone wall in that linebacking pool.
I think the big question then is, how is this offense going to have any balance in this game? They need to find creative ways to run the football. We've seen this linebacker shut down much better running backs than what they have on offense. So, David, they're going to have to find ways to still get their backs touches, but try to keep them away from this guy because he is a heat-seeking missile.
He is, and he's sideline to sideline. He's good in the pass. He's good in the run. Like, he really is hard to get away from. Maybe read him some. You know, get the ball out quick. Try to avoid him as much as possible because he has wrecked many a games.
The throw to the outside is complete. Gets the job done on 3rd down as he gets it to the 25 before he's brought down. They've got the big fellas out there. A 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. The sweet feet buy a little time. Fires to the wideout. It's complete. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. And the Rams are on the move. They're going back to the ground.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Back to throw. It's Curry. Finds his big tight end. He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a first down and a pickup of 10. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. Fires to the tight end. Oh, he's got some space. They make the tackle at the 33, but he's ripped off 15 yards and picked up a first down. The Rams pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Rushes on him. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Got it in the middle. It's Brown. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
From the 22 on 1st and 10. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Gonna look downfield again. Quickly complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Well, that's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early, and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it perfectly.
And the Rams look to do some damage in the red zone. Got it behind the line. It's Warren. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal. The Rams come to the line in the hurry-up. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
Well, for him not to hand that ball off on the RPO, the quarterback obviously saw something he liked there in the left flat, but it wasn't open. And as a result, it's an incompletion.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? They're going to run it. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Now it's 3rd and goal. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. They got mauled on the last play. Do they have anything that'll work on 3rd? And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Colorado State.
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Oh, my goodness, he's still moving. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Dropping back, it's Hillstead. There's the pressure. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Man, early in the game, I love when you set the tone and make the quarterback feel uncomfortable. Nice job getting him on the ground, getting your first sack of the day. Listen, they had 3 last week, but they want to continue to build on that number and keep getting it higher, and that's a great start.
Well, good decision there by the QB. A little zone read action. He reads the defensive end, crashing down, keeps it himself, gets a nice chunk of yards.
And when you do that, you just sort of get the drive going or keep it going, as the case may be.
It's amazing in college football now how big of a part of each offense the zone read has become. As we're seeing more and more athletic quarterbacks on rosters now, that is a staple of the sport.
He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45.
That's got to feel really good for this quarterback. It's early in the game, so these third downs are big. You're trying to get your offense into a rhythm and a flow. Nice job reading the defense. A beautiful pass.
Wants to go up top on first down. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
When you're on defense and you get to play outside linebacker, it's about as good as it gets, right? I get to rush the passer just like this and put him on the ground. Then I get to cover in space. I get to move all over the place. Great job by the outside linebacker. The most fun position to play in college football.
That's the end of the quarter, and Colorado State is on top. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Looking for a gap. It's Stanley. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be fourth down. Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away. And nobody able to field that punt as it rolls out of bounds. Guys, we'll have another peek at this Rams offense. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. Makes the grab. It's Tucker. Just keep moving this thing forward. He's out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 37-yard line.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Just laid him a little too far across the sidelines. Couldn't make the catch in. We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look. The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied and the timeout is gone. And the Rams need to pick it up on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And they gambled in their own end, turn it over on downs, and now the other offense is set up. Great place to start for this offense. To the air, it's Hillstead. Lets it fly. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
Back to pass on second down. Shoots it to the left. Got his man. And he makes a completion there. Set up and in business at the 20.
I just love the job this offensive line is doing in this game, communicating pre-snap. They know where the pass rush is coming from, and they're working their single and double teams and not giving up any ground. Just look how clean that pocket was for the quarterback to throw from.
So now it's second and long. Back to pass. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. They'll leave it with him. Got enough space. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, BYU! Extra point here will tie the game. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, and it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
He brought that thing out of the end zone with the idea of making a play, but he didn't even get back to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
The run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
With the catch, it's Bell. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up second 5, third and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be third and short. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. Third and long. Ball's at the 25. The offense changing the play. To the air, it's Curry. The short hands, it's Ball. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
I don't always have to push the ball down the field. I love when QBs drop back, look at it matchups. Oh, I got my running back. I think he can get the first down. Give him the football. Let him be an athlete.
Turning it on! And he's brought down after a nice game.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Just a short pass to the tight end. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 at the 38, and these guys are on the move. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
He's got an open man. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. First and goal from the 7.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. They ripped off a huge chunk, and now a little chunk is needed to pay it off. They'll run it on first and goal. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Defense trying to come up with a stop on second and goal. This is a design run. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do...
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Colorado State.
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball, but man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Barfield. And the returner goes down. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Looking to pass. It's Hillstead. Quickly to the tight end.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout, and these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime. Wants to fire on second down. The quick out. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Looking downfield on first down. Flips it out on the screen. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming. Wants to throw it. Catch in the middle. It's Hagan. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. BYU with the 1st and 10. To the air on first down. A strike downfield. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. BYU now into the red zone. A little misdirection and the handoff on the counter. There he goes. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped.
When you're on offense, you see so much of this nowadays. You see misdirection. You see somebody flying across the formation. Why? To get the eyeballs of those linebackers, to get them to move out of a gap, one space. Works to perfection here. That's why they break off the big gain on offense.
With the run on first and goal. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Second and goal for this offense. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. To the air, it's Hillstead. They're setting up the screen, and this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now in his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact that your quarterback is dialed in.
Looking to throw on 3rd and goal. for 6. Touchdown, Cougar! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for 2, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
We will see what this Colorado State offense can get done this time. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
Finds his man. It's ball. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Looking for a productive play on first down. Quarterback making checks. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Back to pass, it's Curry. Unloads to the wideout. A beautifully placed ball to the outside, and the toe drag for the big pickup.
Well, this offense has come out slinging the pill. They are throwing it. They are trying to be aggressive. We're only in the second quarter, guys. Already, this guy has over 200 yards passing.
Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, Colorado State. They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, looks like we've got a great atmosphere today in Provo.
BYU will try to boot it deep to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. On the move. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23.
You know, you talk so much about QBs, right? And having to make really good decisions. There's a great example. He didn't see anybody open downfield. He didn't hesitate for 1 second. He put his head down, and he took off and went running and generated an explosive play for the offense.
The Rams with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Warren. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
The big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Quarterback may change this route. Back to throw, it's Curry. Got him downfield. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
And the Rams are moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw on first down. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Creates a little space. Breaks into the open. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. The Rams will line it up on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Finds his big tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
And the Rams are threatening in the red zone. The give to the tailback. Picked up maybe a yard. It's down at the 16. This has the makings of a good drive. The 7th play brings up a 3rd and 4. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Warren. The tackle is made, but he's got it. 1st and goal from the 6.
That is so deflating on defense, too, because in your own red zone, 3rd down, you need to make a stop. You know they're going to throw to the weapon at tight end, but it's one thing to...
Touchdown, Rams! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
28, BYU, 14.
Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. He had a vision of getting loose, but he'll go out of bounds at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Got some room to run. The 30. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Defense is about negative plays, creating negative plays and creating turnovers. What a great job, not only creating the interception, but doing something after. You see the blocks after the interception, return it almost back to the house, and now you set your offense up with great field position.
Touchdown, Colorado State, and they take it in for 6 more points. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Big Ten action today. A couple of teams who have had this game circled on the calendar for some time. Northwestern was all gas and no brakes in one of the more convincing wins we'll see this week. The type of performance Darnell Autry and company delivered in that magical 10-win season of 1995. Iron sharpens iron, and you just know a Big Ten matchup like this is going to go a long way in telling the story of each of these teams' seasons.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down.
And sticking to the run. I tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
From the 47-yard line on 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Hillstead. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
Man, that's a great example of KYP. Know your personnel. A QB that doesn't run great, trying to get outside the pocket. Nice job by the defense, applying pressure and running him down and getting...
Oh, he's got some space. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. BYU will bring the punt team on the field. And he muffs it. It's loose.
I'm literally walking over to that guy. My man, thank you so much for saving my run. That could have been really, really bad. I could have been benched, but you got my back. Appreciate you, my man.
Not much room there. They'll give him one to the 9.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Finding an escape route. Knocked down after a pickup of 3 to the 12.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
We've reached a break. Colorado State is on top, and they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the third quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. So we open the final period with a third down play. To throw, it's Curry. He rifles one deep down the right side. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on third down. They boot it away on fourth down. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground.
When you're a return specialist, you're trying to make huge plays. You only get a couple cracks out of the game. You want to make something happen. Unfortunately, he put on the turf. At least his team recovered. But I will say this, the conversation on the sideline, it won't be fun with the special teams coach.
And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the first down. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Bachmeier. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
How crazy is it that one of the best receivers in all of college football just made his first catch in this big of a game? You've got to give the defense tons of credit. They've had a plan for him. They've limited him, and that's why they're going to win.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Second down, they'll go to the air. Get it out on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. It'll be 3rd and long. Wants to go up top. They'll run the screen. Turning it on. Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. They'll try to get it in with the run. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. They'll run it to the left, looking for the end zone.
They just haven't been able to get much going in this game. The defense has definitely had their number, and here they are late. You're asking yourself, why are they still running the football, trailing this much late in the game? But that's basically a microcosm of how this game has gone.
Made a defender miss. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Cougars.
3rd and goal, you're going to turn around and just give it to this guy who just has a nose for the end zone. He's able to find the crease and pay it off for his offense.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Bringing it out. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. This drive will open from the 15. On the ground, it's ball. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football.
Well, the quarterback and his intended target just simply didn't have the timing there. The ball falls incomplete on third, now setting up fourth down.
Kick is in the air. Gets away from one, finds some space. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. He'll do it himself. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
Looking for a man. It's Hillstead. He's going to throw deep right side. He's got it up at 25. Oh, there were a few steps there. He was thinking touchdown, but they finally get him down after the big pickup at the 25. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. Touchdown, BYU! The offense cashing it in on that drive.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Colorado State takes over the Ram. Offense returns to the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the first down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this option play more and more as this game goes on.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Rams in a good spot here with 2nd and short. He wants to change this route. Scanning the field, it's Curry. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Great job on the back end and coverage. DB staying in the hip pocket of the target and was able to swat that ball away.
And the Rams are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. Pulls it in, it's ball. And he's brought down after a nice game. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Rams are rolling down the field. Leaves it with the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
This offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Wants to go up top. Makes the catch. It's Brown. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. He threw a couple of costly interceptions in that loss last week, but a really good job to take care of the football in this one.
And Reese, at that position, you better have a short-term memory, right? Quarterbacks have to forget about it, move on, forget the mistakes. Nice job putting that behind him last week. Coming out today, putting together a great performance for his team.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Quarterback's just going to take a knee.